I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey Patriot Warrior fam, I'm Face, and these are the histories that America forgot. According to Wikipedia, quote, the Mystic Massacre, also known as the Pequot Massacre, and the Battle of Mystic Fort, took place on May 26, 1637, during the Pequot War, when a force from the Connecticut colony under Captain John Mason and their Narragansett and Mohegan allies set fire to the Pequot Fort near the Mystic River. They shot anyone who tried to escape the wooden palisade fortress and killed most of the village. There were between 400 and 700 Pequots killed during the attack. The only Pequot survivors were warriors who were away with a raiding party with their sachem, Sassacuse. The Pequots were the dominant Indian tribe in the southeastern portion of the Connecticut colony, and they had long been enemies of the neighboring Mohegan and Narragansett tribes. The New England colonists established trade with all three tribes, exchanging European goods for wampum and furs. The Pequots eventually allied with the Dutch colonists, while the Mohegans and others allied with the New England colonists. A trader named John Oldham was murdered and his trading ship looted by Pequots, and retaliation raids ensued by colonists and the Indian allies. On April 23, 1637, 200 Pequot warriors attacked the village of Wethersfield, killing 6 men and 3 women, all unarmed non-combatants. This was a major turning point in the Pequot War as it enraged the settlers that the warriors would kill civilians and led to increased support for the Pequot War among colonists. According to Catherine Grandjean, the Great Colonial Hurricane of 1635 damaged the corn and other crop harvests of that year, making food supplies scarce and creating competition for winter food supplies. This in turn increased the tensions between the Pequots and colonists who were ill-prepared to face periods of famine. The Connecticut towns raised a militia commanded by Captain John Mason, consisting of 90 men, plus 70 Mohegans under Sachems Uncas and Waquash. 20 more men under Captain John Underhill joined him from Fort Saybrook. At the time, Pequot Sachem Sassacuse took a few hundred warriors and set out to attack Hartford, Connecticut. Captain Mason recruited more than 200 Narragansett and Niantic Indians to join his force. On the night of May 26, 1637, the colonial and Indian forces arrived at the fortified Pequot village, which was on a low hill near the Mystic River. The large village was surrounded by a palisade with only 2 exits. The colonial forces first attempted a surprise attack, but they withdrew after stiff resistance from the Pequots. In response, Mason ordered that the village should be set ablaze and the 2 exits blocked off. As the fire raged, many trapped Pequots were shot as they attempted to escape by climbing over the palisade. Those men, women, and children who did get out were killed by Narragansett fighters. Captain Underhill described the scene and his participation. Quote, Captain Mason, entering into a wigwam, brought out a firebrand, after he had wounded many in the house. Then he set fire on the west side, where he entered. Myself set fire on the south end of the train of powder, the fires of both meeting in the center of the fort, blazing most terribly, and burnt all in the space of half an hour. Many courageous fellows were unwilling to come out, and fought most desperately through the palisades, so as they were scorched and burnt with the very flame, and were deprived of their arms. In regard the fire burnt their very bowstrings, and so perished valiantly. Mercy they did deserve for their valor, could we have had opportunity to have bestowed it. Many were burnt in the fort, both men, women, and children, others forced out, and came in troops to the Indians, 20 and 30 at a time, which our soldiers received and entertained with the point of the sword. Down fell men, women, and children. Those that escaped us fell into the Indians that were in the rear of us. It is reported by themselves that there were about 400 souls in this fort, and not about 5 of them escaped out of our hands. End quote. Mohegans would collect the heads of fallen Pequots, taking scalps as war trophies. Hundreds of Pequots were killed. The colonists reported that only 5 village occupants escaped, while 7 were taken prisoner. Returning Pequot warriors chased after the colonial forces after discovering the massacre, but the Connecticut forces avoided any Pequot counterattack despite getting lost for a brief period during their retreat back to the Connecticut colony. Estimates of Pequot deaths ranged from 400 to 700, including women, children, and the elderly. The colonists suffered between 22 and 26 casualties, with 2 confirmed dead. Approximately 40 Narragansett warriors were wounded as the colonists mistook many of them for Pequots. The massacre effectively broke the Pequots, and Sassakews and many of his followers were surrounded in a swamp near a Mattabesset village called Sasqua. The battle which followed is known as the Fairfield Swamp Fight, in which nearly 180 warriors were killed, wounded, or captured. Sassakews escaped with about 80 of his men, but he was killed by the Mohawks, who sent his scalp to the colonists as a symbol of friendship. The Pequot numbers were so diminished that they ceased to be a tribe in most senses. The treaty mandated that the remaining Pequots were to be absorbed into the Mohegan and Narragansett tribes, and they weren't allowed to refer to themselves as Pequots. In the latter half of the 20th century, Pequot descendants revived the tribe, achieving federal recognition in 1983 and settlements of some land claims.
Yeah, let's go. I'm unstoppable, do the impossible. I'm irresponsible, yet I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal, I'm dropping bombs, you know. No, I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the obstacle. To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be the king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna pop, causing all this commotion.
Yeah, sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I could drop it, bro. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, let's go. I don't care what they all say. That's right, I'ma do this thing my way. Let's go. Been grinding hard on it all day. Okay, we work hard, then we all play. Yeah,
I'm addicted to the grind, man. That's right. So I refuse to waste time, man. Yeah. One day it all will be fine, man. Let's go. Gotta commit to the climb. You know we're back with the Guinness, setting records every minute, every track. An addiction to the fact that we're winning. Still we lack, something's missing. Need a track that is hitting, making racks, making millions. That's the mission. I don't waste time, no, I make time. All these people wanna hate, fine, I'ma make mine. While you sitting there complaining, I'll be training. While you sitting there just waiting, I'm creating.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable. Yeah.